from them right now.
That's the marker we set. The game against Fnatic. Got to be fresh in their mind still. Got to be at the forefront. But Billy starting things off. Quite simplistic in approach. A 1-3-1. YZ and the rest all playing over towards door, crunching towards Mound, clearing the util, and showing their hand quite quickly here. Not overdoing it though, looking to maybe catch that response from Crew Visa.
A little bit of a pause in the round as Crew is thinking about that re-aggression here.
Oh, but there's 4 players on the other side. This is where the brawl could begin. The paranoia is good for 2. It didn't catch Melza. So he's at least able to keep control of this, and they both walked away. That's the fight on the extremity. YZ opening up the map. That's a big opportunity. Do they opt to go for this? Do they try and fake it out? It looks like they're going for this one.
YZ's keeping that space towards that spawn area, but the waterfall, the retake, is it a pre-take perhaps?
Well, they were thinking about it, right? They were real close to going for that one, but no, they decide against it. Try and keep cool here. Billy, plant in 5 standing, excuse me, and YZ still with that space. The stun is fantastic for the swing. They're playing him in, but he's still fighting back. A 2v2 now, but the time is still on Billy's side. Melza. Oh, K-Knight quick with that, and has left it all to MTA. Too many targets, Billy. First round.
Huge.
And right off the
As I say that.
Yeah, YZ this time going to be punished, though. It's Kesnet. Delivers the bullet to the brain. So without the man at the front here. And they've gone pretty all into this. Melza does get away with his life. And the 3 players can remain here for Crew. Again, you're looking at Heat, Kesnet, the 2 with the Sheriffs coming in to be your main damage dealers, but a very early pick is fantastic. They've brought over that 4th player as well. You're looking at having Shy sitting towards CT, yes, but they've got a lot of grip on this site still.
YZ going down early, not the biggest deal. It means that they lose a little bit of that speed going into the sites. But what Billy is doing right now is they're waiting for their abilities to come back off cooldown. They need that stun up on the breach because they've basically used all the flashes that they have. They need to leverage that. Omen smokes are back online now, so we're going to see them start to inch up. But the stack from Crew on this A site means,
lovely.
Yeah, Billy needs to kind of figure things out before they overcommit. It looks like they're inching their way over to that blue room. Kesnet down.
It's a step-by-step approach. Billy needs to be careful. Again, Heat is one of those danger players.
That spike down.
Yeah, K-Knight going as well. That's a little bit of util they could have used to find some safety on this site. And there's still 3 players from Crew here. 20 seconds, they're getting desperate. Keep your eyes on MTA. Do not forget his positioning. He hasn't been spotted so far. They can make a guess, but you can see that little consideration from Yosemite. Keeping a touch on where this position could be coming from. Again, it's only a classic, but if he gets the timing right, it doesn't matter. And it's not just right. Misses the opportunity, but a 2v2. Shy, gonna fall. Well handled by kind of expected between them, but we're right back in. We've got to look in the buy. It was a close round for Billy, so they're not going to be in the best position in the bonus here. Couple of rifles, yes, but of course the purchase looking pretty decent for Crew now.
Billy. Wait, Melzer.
Oh, Yosemite's going to be kicking himself for that. The paranoia doesn't find him.
Counter paranoia as well.
And the TV up. It's audacious from Melza. Does he get the reward?
Oh!
A Bucky takes him down and puts him in his place. And now a 4-4 situation. Now, all of this time, though, Billy were eyeing up, though, over towards C, right? Playing towards Mound, a touch on the door. But they've doubled back. They've come back towards Rubble.
That Viper wall stretching across from B to A, but the orb on C. And Billy knows this. They want to recover this Vandal. They know, hey, we lost 3 players. We had to basically just come into this round with a Sheriff, a Bucky. We have to make anything work because this is our bonus round. Now Billy recovering that weapon. They have so much space. They have A lobby, they have C lobby, they have front of B. They can choose wherever they want to go. 4-on-4, they can get a 4-on-1 easy at C site. And that's looking like that's where they want to go.
I kind of like that they put so many question marks around the map, as you were talking about. Rubble, B entrance. Now, with the door back towards C, it's going to pull over at bare minimum Shy. We still have MDA here, so it's going to make it a little bit trickier. Straight on him, YZ couldn't isolate the fight clean enough. Shy's found him, and they've held at least for now. As they expect the rest of the team to come through. 13 seconds, they got to go at this point. 10 now. Crew should be able to farm this up. Yeah, light work from them. K-Knight, the only one to really do some serious damage. Crew, keep control. 3 It's art in motion, poetry in motion, but let's see if they can maybe get that synergy right here. already. Once again, high priority towards Rubble. This time, everyone's here, though. No one else holding over towards Mound. No lurk towards that B main, anything. This is all in. It's 4 players as well for Crew holding this down. This is going to be a big fight here. All of them posturing so much util. First pick, it's Melzer. Takes away Flexin. And Melzer doesn't have to instantly retreat. He's still holding by tree. Billy not getting those entries they would have wanted here.
And that's the smokes down 2, Flexin down. And that limits what Billy can do. They can't go into B, they get crossfire. They can't even really go into C, they get crossfire. The end of the round probably has to be A, unless they try to link up through that blue door and do a split on B, control multiple angles of attack here. But Crew, in great position, still leaning towards A with their defense. They know Billy's limited. They know that, you know, if it's C, easy retake.
And it feels like they're reading it like you are. That it's going to be that potential pivot towards B if they go for the split here. They've already adjusted their players, putting a lot of faith in Melzer sitting incredibly safe. He is backside, kind of refreshed the one way a little then. Still going to make it hard work to clear left through tree. But they're running this very late, Billy. So they're walking into the unknown. Fortunately for them, it's clear. So we're looking at a retake from Crew. Doubt it's a pre-take. The spike is down. So post-plant util is light. We do have YZ with his ult. And that's really about it. There's not much more. Maybe it'll cycle back up soon, but beyond that, Crew, let's see if they can keep this clean. Heat's got a little bit of util to work with. 2 on the site, 1 towards door, and 1 towards Rubble for Billy. K-Knight the first to shoulder the attention. Gonna be noted. A quick call back of support. The Prowler sent in the first to fall. It's clean from Crew. 3 back-to-back, leaving just Yosemite in a 1v5. He can't even challenge the defuse. He might as well back from this one. There's nothing more to be done. Crew keeping it clean.
With that speed, but they're not finding anything. Another fast opening here.
Oh, but he's gone further. This time, YZ just going to throw himself into the mix. But look at the space. Look at the gap between him and the next player. They've got to try and help him out here. Get that pressure building. YZ takes away heat and goes hunting for more. The man is bloodthirsty, and he's getting his reward. Beautiful damage done. It's 2 players remaining. Flexing good position. Punishing one, but the trade, but YZ.
If they can put Billy, especially YZ, in the dirt early, that's their best way into this game.
Spot on. Early clip. Oh, wow. Look, just headstrong and approach YZ. The rest of his team can't join him again. Held back by the util, but he's still trying to clear through at least towards B. Shy's quite nearby. You're going to hear the ult being popped here. Doesn't find a target. YZ lives. Barely, but he lives. Flexing going to clear through Shy. Billy started trying to pressure behind this and just leave YZ here. Insert him in towards B. The Prowler does catch. He doesn't get away with daylight robbery, but does he catch a kill? Well, catches a death in the end. The cross going to be watched, though. This is a very pacey game, but now it stabilizes. The plant should come in. How much space does Neff want to try and get? Looks like just focusing towards catching CT.
Clank is everything.
It could be huge. It could be huge. They know that Mountain's clear. They know that no one has come towards this way, so CT might have a player. They might be still on site. They could have maybe backfilled towards Waterfall. That's why you're seeing the util invested early. All that information coming through from Melzer. The first steps on the site, and Flexin, did the barrel show? It did, but the support's there. An isolated fight was all he was going to pray for, but he doesn't get it. And now, the other 2, it's time to back away. Billy answering in kind now. That's going to be a 4th for them here, surely.
It looks like Crew is looking to save here. They realize, oh, Kaznet goes down as well. They realize once that Omen goes down, once Melzer's out of the equation, that Omen versus Omen fight was the round. If Melzer wins it...
Around the edges here for Crew. Still a couple of rifles, so Heat and Kesnet, the ones to watch. YZ, yeah, he's going to find Melzer. Shy tries to do some damage, but it's well controlled. The big threats now coming through, though. Heat and Kesnet make it towards the door, get eyes towards Mound, and do some serious damage. Yosemite and Flexin looking for a corner of safety, trying to find a little bit of something. Get the plant in, get the time on their side. These rifles aren't really recoverable for the, I guess, MTA to be able to pick up one, but still, it's fine. They have 2. They've got the Nightfall. That's going to set things in motion. Flexin playing forward in this. I mean, these guys were the smoke criminals themselves. The Prowler's going to reveal Flexin's position, but he's not really backing down from this. Finally takes the TP away. Prowler's got a long old way to go. And the first spot going to come probably from Yosemite here. Cleared by Kesnet. Flexin can't do it all. Crew, with just those 2 rifles, doing everything they needed. A proactive crunch through door. The pressure behind those early players, it works out well.
I do get a little bit worried about Billy's.
So far, a couple of those ults cycling up. Shy still has his, you noticed it earlier. MTA, other side, Rolling Thunder, and a TP for Flexin. 1 off for Yosemite. And Billy looking to maybe try and clear this. You can see already the Killjoy utility pulled back closer towards main. So YZ, yeah, gonna get a spot on it. And Shy shoulders. But they're not going to springboard off this just yet. A little bit more patient on approach. That's the first committed attempt, but they still might pivot over towards C.
And that's the attacker smoke down at the entrance of C there, just to get them out of that revolving door without getting sandwiched. Rolling Thunder still up for K-Knight. And should be his stun off cooldown as well.
Melza being ahead of this keeps so much information as well, keeps so much safety towards A. They can kind of almost stack a little heavier towards B, towards C without too much worry, but with the time starting to tick, they're starting to consider, well, we've seen no more pressure towards C. That's already being cleared by MTA. This has got to be this B piece coming in, already the util being sent.
This lockdown, though, they need to use the Rolling Thunder to extend through, take some space.
They're trying to fight towards door, but YZ going to be hindered here. This is a very difficult round for Billy to the wire sort of situation. He good for one, but the trade comes in. Blue door is gathered, but they're pivoting. But look at Melza's position. This could be huge. He only gets one. Billy with a new lease of life. They've got to pelt it over towards A, get the plant in. And you're right, Viper's Pit on top. That could be the icing on top of the cake here. But Shy and MTA taking the first couple of steps, 3 players towards Tree, gonna spot the first. Shy, quick with it towards Neff. And feel no pressure elsewhere. Do they start reading this now? MTA looking to maybe secure towards door, but look at this rewalk, look at this re-clear from Billy. Pushing out towards site, the reposition is dirty for this, so hard for Crew to clear through. And the time's starting to run here. And I think Crew knows it. That little readjust, that pivot back towards site, so perfect from Yosemite and K-Knight. They've got to be happy with this one. And I think Crew knows it. Time to back away from this. Billy, lovely work at the end there. Brilliant mid-rounding.
I love their pivots right now. It's showing that they're aware of this, a little bit of an even scoreline.
First time we're seeing a
slow opening, yeah.
Yeah, this maybe feeling something's up here, because look how deep Billy is sitting already, and it's a right read. Crew are trying to be a bit more proactive.
It was Billy's pause as well.
MTA's got to be dead here, surely he's dead here. Yeah, put out of his misery in the end, caught kind of in no man's land to an extent. But again, Billy haven't been completely off the chain. They've been trying to keep composure, keep cool about their decision making. Do they then follow this up? Do they commit? Yes, they do. Paranoia's in. YZ gonna lead the pack, clear through sight, but looking close by. Shy leans through the smoke and gets his man. K-Knight on a good trade. They're still brawling this out on the site, and it looks like Billy are winning. K-Knight putting up numbers.
Okay,
that denies at least a little bit of security on the site here. It is a 2v3. It is not impossible. It's just improbable. K-Knight going to be controlled on the site, probably tethered down, yes. But again, Melza, that paranoia would have to be so key, so good to give him a chance. I don't think that's going to do enough here. So it's just the guns in hand, and K-Knight's still got util.
Ready.
He's going to get caught on that at bare minimum. Melza too, buying great amounts of time here, making this incredibly tricky. An uphill struggle for Crew, so now it's go time, swing time, and K-Knight defends his king.
Through, kill one, and I'll recede as well.
Yeah, we're starting to see this heat up, but I'm worried about the scoreline though, right? It's starting to tilt. It's starting to get a little bit deep. Oh, the Outlaw, this is just going to be a brawl, isn't it? Here we go. YZ, ult in hand, well, on his hand, I guess. It's Kesnit to send him back though. You can't brawl these guys. Oh my god, what is going on between these two? Neff and K-Knight, calm it down. Crew wanted all this chaos. They had the Guardians, the Stingers, the bits and pieces, and they're being rewarded. Oh dear, K-Knight, you clutched before. You can't do it now. That Stinger deadly.
That's how it happens. You gotta be safe.
Oh my god, I thought the last one would have been enough, but clearly not. Can they do it back to him though? Stingers, Buckies, bits and pieces. And already Kesnit says no. Good trade for YZ. And Shy gonna try and slip away. Smoke instantly put into place. Melza gonna find Yosemite. Not allowing any of that extremity work to come in.
There.
That reposition as well, right after he got that kill, but Billy going into B. What?
They just walk on in. This is an outrageous series already. A quick grab on the spike and get it out of there. We're gonna need a monumental round from YZ or Flexen, but Flexen only has a classic. Right, he's got so little to play with. He does have his paranoia. He's got smokes. He's got TP. He's got as much as he can have, even the ult.
I like the read from Billy. They knew it was just Melzer up here alone. Melzer repositioned actually first on top of Rebel, but then he rotated towards B there. Now Billy, they walk out A. They're going to have a free sight. If they spotted anyone, ran into any trouble, Flexen just dips out of there, uses his ultimate. But right now,
true.
A is completely open for the
30
taking.
seconds left.
And it's the wrong read from Crew. I like how they're proactive. They're moving around. They're staying ahead of whatever's happening. And once they realize what's happening here, they're going to move over together. They have the numbers. They don't care that much. It's all on this positioning from YZ. He's trying to catch rotators here.
And okay, you're in a 2v3 post plant. You're down the man. You need to catch one. If they get all the way back towards it, the timing is everything on this for YZ. He's going to hear the steps of one, but there's two players, but he's going to hear all of them.
All three.
That's three. YZ, prime position to be the downfall of Crew. He slowly creeps closer. They have no idea. None the wiser, and Flexen can just wait with bated breath. The one-way still up. He's closing the gap step by step. It could be the downfall, but he's got to get it right. He can't waste his chance, and he does it on the first. Takes down MTA, but the tap on the spike will draw the attention, and Billy again.
Didn't really show this same prowess, and maybe that's like the difference between Crew and Fnatic that we're seeing right here. But I mean, they look so good. They got that Rolling Thunder. They got the Nightfall as well. If they don't combo these, I'll be shocked. But Billy, they understand right now, hey, when we open fast, we lose. When we open slow, we're chilling. And I think this Viper's Pit, oh man, MTA, he thinks it's good.
They're creeping, man.
The Prowlers, the Nightfall, and the Rolling Thunder, and the Neon on top of it, oh man.
That full sense of security could be the death of him here. MTA, you're talking about going up against the odds. This ain't a pretty one. And here we go. He'll be tagged by that.
Prowler in. Oh, man.
This guy is being put through the blender. He's got to keep his life and hold on. Oh, Flexen's the one to do it. Here's the Neon, but it's Shy again. He's been getting some real value here over towards Waterfall. Another attempt at this, but they're going to get the plant now. We're looking at the post plant. They don't have the odds, and Melzer catches Yosemite. Now numbers advantage towards Crew. A 4v3, Flexen, K-Knight, Neff still holding here. Sticking towards site, sticking towards CT. No falling back this time. Speaking of time, it's going to start ticking now. Crew need to get a move on, get a wiggle on. Prowler dealt with, turn on the flash, but it's Kesnet. Takes down K-Knight, and Flexen needs to try and create some sort of pressure here as well. Already got the horn back up, but Neff is going to be swarmed here. 3 players, that's 1. Oh, he's got 2 as well! He's trying to find the best chance he could, but Melzer keeps cool, keeps the composure, should have time on the defuse. Might look close. He's got it.
0.58. Proactive here. Even right now, they're starting YZ, taking that mount control.
Yeah, but he's been played in at least. It's not just a singular approach. I think it was Flexen trying to support it was. So YZ, got to be careful though, you're right. This is something on a bit of a knife's edge, and Shy's already found F. That was over towards B. So you can already see the consideration from Crew, very prepared for this aggression, but the double down. Look, NRG fell on the sword of Billy's aggression, even on defending sides. Any smoke, it doesn't matter, they're walking it. And there's no finesse to this one. Melzer are going to make it very clean, clear-cut start. They should know about at least, Flexen as well. Found him. Crew coming in with all the information. They seem very prepared for this.
This round's coming all crashing down on Billy just one at a time, and this is one of those things where the better teams at the event, I think it's fair to say that, are the teams that know how to play out those situations where they're down a mount early. Right here though, Billy, they look, as you said, to double down. Once they lose one, okay, let's go even it up. But that's not working in their favor. And Crew, they're just going to walk around every round right now, look for whatever openings they're given, and just take it.
30 seconds left.
5 versus 1. What can you show us, Yosemite?
Yeah, he's got all of the team coming towards his side. Yeah, K-Knight's on the way, but he's done the best he could. It's one singular player. Again, the credit in this round, in my mind, isn't even to how they're approaching it. It's the fact that Crew knew exactly how they wanted to handle Billy in this. And it paid off. It's going to give you that confidence in the calls, the consideration, the prep work. You're feeling like, hey, yeah, we got that read. We knew that aggression was going to come out, especially catching it towards, the B push out as well. Not just the fact it was on Mount, but it is almost that overall ethos. It's already handling that well, showing their composure. Crew with a fantastic...
Right now, Crew, I mean, they just walk around. They find out what they want, where the open path is, and then they just execute. And right now, they're finding out exactly where Billy is.
Yeah, following that trajectory just perfectly. Already, Billy trying to take space again. I don't mind it in a round like this. You've got a Frenzy and a couple of classics. Try something out. But you're right. It's the way that Crew are navigating this space. Can they keep that cool head about them as they go forward? Do they fall foul to any of the traps that Billy are trying to set? It looks like they want to have a fight here.
Wait.
And there's a bigger gun on the other side. They're going to hear all these
back?
steps. They're going to hear all of these steps, surely. That's a big spot from Flexin, though. They can outbrawl them here pretty much. I mean, clearing close towards rubble. I get a little nervous when they're walking towards what you're going to deem is the stack, right? Like, surely by what they've extrapolated from what they've seen, but maybe just playing as 5, they're fine. The Prowler didn't find K-Knight, so, well, it doesn't matter. They are literally just just a pack of wild animals just clearing through right now. There's no finesse to it, really, right? I need to stop saying his name. It's stuck in my head now, sorry. Big fan, but again, it is just one of those things. It's just a bulldozer approach, right? 5 of us aren't going to probably lose to a couple of classics, so let's just clear through.
Not much else to say in this round, as it's going to get slowly closed out. So, kind of while this happens, I just look at how this round played out for Billy, and the way that they spread apart. Look together.
Okay, well, this is the big opportunity, right? We're into the bonus, which is going to be very healthy for Crew, and we're going to buy for Billy. And look at the damage on K-Knight early on. And Outlaw, yeah. There's still light armor as well on YZ, so that could do some serious damage going into this.
Is YZ going to disrespect this and just push through?
Yes.
He's definitely toying with it.
I mean, at worst, going to sit in the smoke and wait for it to fade, it looked like. But he is backing away. But he's already kind of loosened up the rotation as well. So K-Knight going to be starting taking that rotate towards B. For Crew, they'd have to at least re-clear Mound with some sort of sound cue to it. So maybe a fair shout for them. This puts a lot on Flexin, puts a lot on Neff.
This is where the protocols come into action for Billy. Once I get this info, how do you play this? Neff backs off. He knows he doesn't want to do this alone. But where do you go?
That's the question, isn't it? They cleared over towards B. There should be no lurk unless they're a little bit too deep on the Prowler, but you'll assume that that's clear. K-Knight taking the long route around towards A as well. And there isn't any instantaneous chances here for Crew to try and punish. Flexin is going to be challenged in the paranoia. This is problems. Flexin, can he play his life? Can he at least outlive the paranoia blind? Yeah, it looks like he can. This isn't bad. 20 seconds now. Crew are going to be running that clock low.
Done, ready from the K-Knight?
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping this is going to work out here, but Crew already trying to secure the site itself, but they didn't expect Flexin. Still clearing through, gets 2 to his name and hold down on the site. Isolated the players further back. Heat called upon, does well with 1. Keston and Heat in unison. Somehow outdoing them here. I thought Billy got everything right. And K-Knight, sadly, the one who took all that damage early on. The one who suffered from that Outlaw. Can't handle them all. Crew.
Nightfall up. Outlaw still out. And Crew, I think this is, they're just going to run away with so many rounds here. An open C site.
Yeah.
And they're eyeing it up.
This is where it starts tilting. This is when the scales start tipping a little heavier. You kind of highlighted, and I think rightly so, was 7 enough? Was, with the rounds that Billy got in that first half enough? Because a lot of their issues present on the defending side. They're very strong on their attack. This is when it becomes an issue. Crew looking like they're coming in very well prepared here. But still, this is still early enough. I'll give them one more go at it. But then, as you said, it's starting to get a little out of their grip here. Good plant. Shy, we don't give rifles over, do we? Are we going to start messing this one up, Crew? Because you had control, and now the chaos starting to reappear. Already question marks on the site. You're going to see the Nightfall now invested. Try and secure this, because that one mistake, that one little bit of an error, that overstep could cost them dearly. As it stands, though, no one there to capitalize on this. Mel's are going to secure on towards K-Knight, leaving just the 4 remaining for Billy. Kesnet keeping control. Yeah, this is much better. There we go, calling themselves back in line. No more of that silliness, making sure that rifle go. Find me a little bit of that. You find that consistency, brilliant. For now, it looks like we're back to trying to get YZ pushed up towards Mound. Yosemite gonna get at least shouldered here. They're very aware that they might be trying to insert a player. The spam towards the box, looking for all of these potential spots they could have tried to push a player up towards.
I think this is what Crew does really well, though. They do that slow opening. Cool, you spotted us. We're gonna reset here, get that alarm bot down, reposition. As they kind of understand YZ's probably out of this mound area. This is stun, probably ready. Here comes the clearing on A. Wait, there's no one on A. Do we want to go back there now? It's what they're doing. They realize what the setup is. Crew trying to go back to A. Is Billy going to realize what's going on here? YZ still has this mound space. No one's attacking him right now. Can the rotation come to A site before Crew hits it? Two players walked up towards B, though. This might be a fake towards A to hit B.
But there's still going to be at least one in the way, right? Neff's still going to be here. If it's a crunch through blue door or a pivot through towards A, he's still going to have a chance. Oh, dear. Overwhelmed, the paranoia perfect. Everything sent towards him. Neff couldn't even see it coming at that point. And now the red carpet's rolled out towards B until then YZ going to catch him in the heels. Speed up a little bit, take another fight, but there's no one else to swing off this. It's an isolated fight. He needs the help of everyone else, but K-Knight falls as soon as he swings. Billy now, individual fights, but 13 seconds. This is getting a little ridiculous. The plant is going to be in, but can they secure this? Mel's positioning should have at least given them Yosemite, but Heat's done that for him. And with Flexing, I mean, yeah, how are you meant to try and help out YZ in that? Send through a paranoia and hope? It's not going to happen here. And Crew, again, showing dominance, asserting that. Couple of ults very nearby. Kesnit almost has his. Melza one away. MTA not a mile off either. I feel like we're starting to see the end of this one, at least for Billy. I'd be happy to be wrong. You know, I'd happy to see it go the other way, but Crew really getting a grip on the protocols and the win cons in this series.
Both teams so good on their attack sides here with very different styles. Crew, slow approach, find the lane of least resistance, and take whatever is given to them. Billy just kind of just runs at them. And
a real beating, Judge, Stinger, Sheriff Frenzy. It's far from perfect. YZ maybe trying to just do something individual here. That's the start.
That's the start.
That's a whole lot of players around the corner, but he can't quite get there in time. MTA taking his time to fall, but he's going to at least shut this area off, right? Like, no one else is going to try and come through that, at least for a second or two.
Crew realizes what's going on, opting not to go wait and just re-clear this after a period of time. They're going straight into C, but the rotation from Billy, are they actually staying one step ahead after we just had this monologue about how they're not able to do that right now? Are they doing it?
This could be a lovely way to shut us the hell up, or maybe it's only on the half buys or the force buys, but for now they are right. They've read it correctly, forcing the hand and forcing Yosemite to fall, but there's more players here. It's not just him. There's 2 more, 3 more, almost 4. All of Billy now make it to the site. Spike left loose in a bad position, and Shy and Heat gonna be worried, panicked, and maybe overwhelmed. Heat can only do so much, and now it's all on Shy in the 1v2. K-Knight does have the rifle, but the 1v1, Shy! Oh! It's just...
And a different opening from Billy again here. They're faking that A control. They kind of have it. They leave Yosemite on the passive line, and here comes the rotation. Crew, they do have that lockdown, as you pointed out. They can use it either to get into the site, but more than likely they'll probably use it to secure the end of the round here. Getting into the site isn't their concern, but YZ already ready to open the door, stun ready. Stuns out, guns out.
Let's wait for it. Do they go for this? This could condemn them to death. Shy getting a little curious, and you heard what happened to the cat already. There's the problem. It's a 1-1 trade out, though. Shy so clean with it. Picks up Neff, and he's still controlling this whole area. It looked like a disjointed, I guess, attempt. I don't know what happened there. Like, 2 of them went for it. It wasn't fully set up. Maybe that investment from Shy, maybe him instigating it, made things go wrong, and you're right. There's the lockdown on top. Insult to injury. The site will be theirs. And it's a matter of time now until they roll out the red carpet.
But it pulls out the rotation. We already have an Omen here, but Breach and... Oh, that's the opening.
Okay.
3-on-3.
Wait, how? Kesnit going down there is wild. No safety on the plant either. Heat can't go for this. They're trying to play ahead of this. And they've still got 25 seconds. They could move around. There's still more to be done. Noting another player towards CT. They've got to know there's more here. Crew trying to secure the site. Plant is in. K-Knight, you've got to be money with this. Flexin is down so low, 17 HP. It's got to be perfect. It's got at least MTA, but it doesn't make a blind bit of difference. Let me go back in, starting to get a bit desperate here, starting to try and turn the screws, and they're not falling for a Crew. They know exactly what Billy want, and they're not letting them have it. All these fights falling short. They were sheriffs, they were... You know, a dire attempt, a desperate attempt to deny 12, but Crew taking another critical step. K-Knight's here, not one of the players with the Sheriff.
Yeah, man.
All good, guys, all good. NT.
That's going to be round 12 secured, most likely for Crew. Securing that overtime, potentially with what is this, the 4th flawless round that they would have in this half. Just a testament to, you know, Crew's not doing a bad job. They're playing their attack side kind of like how they normally do, finding those openings, but Billy, yikes.
Oof. Yeah, this is... Again, I do want to give a lot of credit here towards Crew because they have played this out well. They suffer from similar issues as Billy when it comes to this, and they've been able to kind of navigate it in a very diligent last chance to dance them, at least here and now. Crew have come out with the answers. They've looked ready, they look composed, they had a clear-cut approach in mind, and it's worked. And for now, they're walking towards B, they've got everything they need, the extremities are being watched, and you've got a 3v3 basically on that B site for now.
This could be really good for Billy here. They changed their opening, silently getting YZ up into that A lobby. They didn't use any utility, basically, just a one-way smoke on the Omen that they keep refreshing here. And it opens up all the support players with that global utility, the breach stun, the flashes.
This has not been the first time he's been here, though. YZ has played this position before, and he's not going to get played in this time either.
He's got the judge. He doesn't have to move.
They're drifting away from that. They don't like what they're seeing. So you've got 2 players, Flexin and Yosemite.
That Nightfall is going to come in for the attack on this opening here.
And I don't know where they go. I don't know what you do. Flexin looking kind of screwed here, barely alive. He's got utility left, right, and center trying to stall them out. Flank, again, it's with a judge, so it doesn't have the same value here.
Oh.
A brilliant readjust from Flexin, though. Calm under all that chaos, still going to find Melzer. A counter roll, and now, look who's here! Oh, that could have been everything! YZ flying in! No audio cues to be heard because of that Nightfall, but still, they keep a man to the good. Kesnit shy and MTA now trailing in numbers, and K-Knight, he can tuck into the corner. They're not going to check in, the reward is there! They stay so on your toes, dealing with them in those situations. But it's still a stark reminder, this is 12 for Crew, they just need 1 more. That's it, Billy needs to keep doing this. We do have the pit now for Yosemite, we've got the TP still with Flexin. 2 away for YZ, 3 away from K-Knight. Neff obviously invested theirs in the last round.
Showstopper now.
Yeah, Kesnit was working towards that for a minute there. That's now in hand. MTA's got theirs too. If they do get a plant, that could be a nice way to secure.
Coming back towards A, they know usually most teams on defense leave only 1 player to kind of spot or defend this choke point as the rest of the team shifts off.
But are they going to disrespect the one way? What do you want to do to go through this? The Prowler's
go on the
there.
refresh timing.
Yeah, they've slipped a player up. It's going to be MTA, but clearing behind it. Flexin, again, they will clear all the question marks. They'll take back that space. They're not falling away. This is the 2nd Prowler to be used if he commits this.
They have the Showstopper. He can pop it if they realize he's
isolated.
Close.
There's a smoke behind him. There's no way out now for Flexin. He's got to be careful how he does this. And he dips away, but it's shy to draw blood. Neff goes down. Flexin's going to be seething surely after all that pressure on him. He's going, how are you dying on B?
The rotation back to C, an open sight. But that retake wall, very different than what we normally see. It's going to force the Crew players into the site.
They're going to hear all of this as well. Yosemite going to be relaying this information. They can't do much about it. TP going to come in, so they can at least get a quick rotation through.
Viper's pit.
And there it is. Surely MTA going to pop this.
Deep.
Yeah, that CT locked off. The YZ trying to catch a little bit of a timing on that. A counter pit on top. Creeps on in, but the shorty waiting. Do they have much more to clear with? I'm seeing at least a Haunt with heat, but not much more. YZ, head first, dives in, trying to be outrageous in approach, out of bullets and out of chances. Yosemite takes down heat, and now a 3v3. The pit has gone. Billy with a couple of steps, but his Crew keeping numbers, dropping bodies. K-Knight falls, it's Crew with map 1, 13-9. They make it through the chaos. They kept their composure, Josh. And that got dangerous.
Considering that was Crew's map pick, and we saw Billy's form on it earlier this week against Fnatic, that was a really fun map to watch. Both teams back and forth constantly. You really couldn't predict what was going to happen next.
No, what a great game, and what a great first map. We have Icebox on the horizon, and of course the analyst desk, so don't go anywhere.